Hello and welcome back. This is Devil Mixer, and today I have been chopping down wood, as you can see. So my intention is to flatten out this terrain here. I think there should be enough room to build a nice house. So I'll flatten out the terrain, but before that I wanted to build a machine and another little thing. So and get them started working while we are flattening the terrain. So I'll go back to my house, I'll build a machine so you can see it. It's a really cool machine, also part of thermal expansion. And the other little thing I believe is part of Buildcraft, it's called a hopper. It is actually going to be part of the vanilla Minecraft when 1.5 comes out, but with a tiny bit different function and different recipe. As you can see, I had a little accident with some creepers who wanted to blow me up. So first off, we're going to need some gold. And if we can get rid of some of these stuff, it would be nice. Let's see, do we have some gold already? No? Okay. Got some iron. We also need some glass. And that one stopped again. You see, the nice thing is, most other engines, they blow up if you're not careful. The thermal expansion adds 2 engines and they never blow up. But if you're not careful, they break. So, or at least stop working, so you need to hit them with a wrench. So yeah, it can be a bit annoying and you will probably lose some fuel. But it's nice they don't blow up, because that can wreck a lot of stuff if they do. Now I need a new axe to build this machine. And for those of you who's new to these mods, you will probably not know what I'm doing, and for those of you who may have seen these mods before, you're probably already figuring out what I want to make. That should be plenty of glass. Didn't I have some cocks lying around? There we go. Or gears. Some stone. If I remember right, this is the way. Oh, I need to build. Don't I have any planks anywhere? Apparently not. Should be plenty. I currently don't want to waste any planks. So this is the recipe for a hopper. I will explain how it works in just a little while, and this is going to make us lose some power, unfortunately. Yeah, we could throw something in there and let it run while we build, but I need to use the engine for it. So, do we have some gold? Yes. So we need to build another machine frame. Yep. And since I'm not completely sure of the recipe, I'll just look it up. So, planks, copper, and a redstone thingy. Receptacle coil, I believe it's pronounced. So, I believe this is the recipe. Yeah. And this gives us a sawmill. Which I'll place here. So as you can see, it starts getting power. I'll just make sure that we have input from the top. I know inputs other places, but I think I'm going to put a chest here. Now the reason I want input on the top is I'm going to put the hopper up here. And the hopper works like a buffer. So if I place something in the hopper, you can see it has an inventory of 4. It will slowly put it down in anything below it. You can see this one. Normally when you take a piece of wood you get 4 planks. This one makes 6 planks out of a piece of wood. And it produces sawdust as well, which can be made to make charcoal. So I'll just take a little of this, make a new chest. And since we put output here, I'll put the chest there, and everything should go into that. And we'll just add all of them here. And for now my machine, or my polarizer, will go in here. So I'll go flatten the terrain, and I will not do that in the dark, so I'll just sleep and I'll be back after I've flattened the terrain and I'm ready to start building. So see you in a little while. And we're back. As you can see, I've moved everything over. I have nothing left in my hole anymore. I have added the... there we are. The polarizer here to the wall, and it has gotten the hopper on top of it. And this is where I'm going to place my powered furnace. Right here is my sawmill and a chest of organic stuff right now. My chests are a bit more sorted, not completely. This is ores and bars at this point. This is tools mostly. There's some glass I'm going to use in a minute. Then we have a misc chest with pretty much everything that I don't really know where to put, and what I'm going to call a power chest. Got all the stuff you use to make power in one way or another. I know some of you out there might be thinking, what is lapis lazuli doing in there? And it's mostly because it can be used for 2 things, I believe. Dye, of course, and in industrial craft you can use it to make some really powerful power stuff. Some lapis crystals which can hold a lot of power, and to the high-end power stuff they are needed in industrial craft. I don't really think there's much other use for it at this point, but we can see there's of course the block. Oh, blueprints! The landmark, which we'll get into later. It's really useful. Can be used for dyeing. You can see here it's used in making circuits in one of the mods. Dye. Blue pigment. Don't know what that's for. Speed handle. Wool. It's also used to make a genetic machine. I didn't know that. We have blue structure. It's these ones are Psycraft. Shapeless, fireworks, but IC2 you can see here with 2 electronic circuits, an energy crystal which is a diamond surrounded by redstone, then 6 lapis. You get a Labatron crystal which can store 10 million EU, which is a lot. It's also used to make advanced circuits. Yeah, so that's why it's in there. And still haven't found diamonds. So I've made some bricks, because that's something we're going to need in a minute. At least 2 of them. But right now I wanted to make some pipes. Pipes are really easy to make. A piece of glass and whichever type of pipe you want to make on the sides. So here we get 8 wooden transport pipes. So that's really nice. And basically anything from vanilla Minecraft you can use to make pipes of. Or any block at least. But you can see here, we can make some golden transport pipes. And the reason I want to use those is they function as wires for the buildcraft types of power. Don't know quite how many we are going to use. And they have, depending on which type of metal or material they're made of, they have different uses. The wooden is needed to suck things out. So currently, due to the fact that I added redstone to them, they are conductive, which means they are wires. If I hadn't added redstone for them, as I have these, they are used to transport items. And if I place a wooden transport pipe here, it can suck things out of this chest and into something else. But the wooden the wooden pipe needs some sort of energy, so an engine of sorts. The wooden conductive pipe sucks energy out of an engine and obviously doesn't need an engine to suck out of another engine. The golden transport pipes, they are just for transporting items, but they do it fast. And the golden conductive pipes lose less power because all the pipes lose power over distance. So now I've added this little shed to my house, which is going to be my power plant sort of thing. And you can see I've added my steam engine here, and underneath it, right here, we can see the aqueous accumulator standing here in the water. I figured that would be a good place to add it. So let's get started. I'll just see where I am in the house. That's my furnace. And there we have the polarizer. Right here I'm going to add a powered furnace. So I think we'll do like this. And we can do like this. Yeah. Now I of course also need to add the sawmill to the program. So is that here? No, it's here. I think we don't have enough pipes for that. Can I do straight? I think I can. So we'll do that. This looks a bit ugly from out here with the hole there, but I'll figure a way to patch it up. Maybe in the end I'll take it under the ground, but right now this is the way I'm going to do it. So we need some coal. I might as well put this away. I can put this in here. But before I start the engine, I want to make my powered furnace. I actually have one more gold, don't I? And of course some redstone. Gold. And of course a couple of copper. So, which most things needing to get energy from thermal expansion, you need to build a redstone receptacle coil. You also, of course, since it is a thermal expansion, and I put the glass wrong, you need to build this machine frame. I'm missing a crucial piece, so let's just see. So it actually needs an extra redstone. So like this, the bricks on the sides, copper underneath, and voila, powered furnace. Now, as you can see, it's orange there, and I have made the outputs orange. So when I place the powered furnace here, and I will just change this to blue, because that's the input. I'll change this side to orange, and remove everything else. So now everything that comes in, I can come in from the right side, and it will put anything that it has melted out to the left side, which means basically everything we add in here will go into this, get polarized, then it will send it out the left side into the powered furnace as it can receive from that side. This will melt it and put it into this chest. Hopefully it will work as intended. The cinnabar ore makes quicksilver, aluminium makes aluminium, and mosrite makes fossilium, I believe it's pronounced. And these three I believe you can't polarize. So that's why they're here. Might as well put that in there. And it's getting dark. So you can see it starts working. And the cool thing here is if you can actually turn it off. Now it will need a redstone signal to start. This way it will, if it receives a redstone signal, it will stop. And this way it will just run. So you can see the blue line there, that's power. And all of our machines should be running. You can see they're lit up, they're running, they're receiving power. And even the sawmill is running, but why isn't... the chest is full, right? Huh. This to the left. Strange. Just take this out. And this. And hopefully it will start putting stuff in. I think I'll put food in this as well. For now at least. And I'll sleep, and then I'll add some windows to the house and be back. So I'm back, and you can see I flattened the terrain a little. There's still a little to give off if I want to, and I have even found some ores. I think I'll just pick up here. Oh. That yellow one I just picked up is called Amber, and it's part of Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft adds a few new things to WorldGen. And the cool thing is, even if you did like me, start out in one world and decide to change it, there's a config file for Thaumcraft, so you can have it spawn everything, even in an old save, which is quite nice. So I did that, because it's not fun playing with Thaumcraft if you don't get the things from it. So I'll just get this coal, because as I said, you can never really have too much coal. Coal. And then I think I'll start building the house. Once I've got some resources. I might at some point want a cellar, so I could have left this here. But... oh, stupid. And I burned through quite a lot of shovels clearing out this area. And it's getting dark. So I intend to build a house out of wood and cobble, at least to start with. Having a little cobble just for the looks, and mainly a wood house. There's no particular reason why I've chosen those resources. I could have chosen many. There's lava over there, cool. But yeah, I think it will look cool if I do it like that. And to start out, I'll just build one floor where I can keep adding to it, and I will make it my main house, my living quarters, you might say. And I will then add a workshop and maybe a magic room, or maybe buildings, magic building workshop as a building instead. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with when we get so far. So I'll sleep, I'll get the materials to build the house, and then I'll be back. So I just got up and I opened this chest and it was full, which also means this is full. But luckily, we're going to use some of this. Don't know how much, but might as well take a lot. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to build a floor out of, but maybe wood as well, I don't know. I don't want dirt anyway as my flooring. Yeah, we might as well take this with us. And there was something, oh yeah. Might as well throw that in there. Yeah. My pickaxe is almost spent. Luckily, I have a reserve. So we'll run over there. I had originally thought I would first turn on the camera or the recording again when I was over here with all the resources ready to start working. But I just wanted to show you what happens, or how much wood you get when you have one of these sawmills running, especially with a full hopper on top. And that also shows how much wood I must have chopped down. So, cool. So it's best if you do an uneven number, I think. So 3, 6, 9, 11. 11, is that a good number? Yeah. And we'll do it as square, I think. Or yeah. So we do like this. And the holes is just to help me keep counting. So they're not, I'm going to fill them as well now. It was just so I was sure I counted right. So this will be the base of the house. It's not a giant house, but it's a good start, and as I said, I will probably expand on it. I'll expand this way at some point, but this is a good start. And in the middle here, I'll just remove this one, so that's where the door is going to be. And I like having a house that's 3 tall, so all rooms that's 3 tall. They can be, you can make them both bigger and smaller. It doesn't really, the only thing is you have to have it at least 2 tall so you can stand inside them. But other than that, there's no real rules. You can build any type of house you want, which is one of the things I think is really cool about this game. And part of this mod pack has inventory tweaks. If you don't know that mod, it does so when you have more than one stack in your inventory and you use one stack up, it just places it, which is really nice. So I'm going to make a door now. And I think we'll place it here. Yeah, that looks kind of nice, doesn't it? So, node poling up. I think I'll do like this, just to give it sort of frame. And I just realized when building a floor on top, this might not have been the best choice to do. You know what? I won't. Yeah, so this is time consuming without any good reasoning, because I hadn't thought this properly through. Now, the items need to be the same type. But otherwise, when you break a pickaxe, if you have one of the exact same type in your inventory, it will just replace it, which is, as I said, really cool feature. It also adds the ability to sort your inventory, which I think is cool on chests, but not really that useful on your own, on your person. But yeah, it's a nice little feature. So I'll just put some light up here, because this is going to be the top of the house for now. I intend to build a floor more at least. And I might figure something cool out when I get to build higher up, but because right now the house is not the coolest house in the world, but oops. But it is going to look, I believe, really cool when it's done. Now that was annoying that I keep placing it underneath here. So I'll keep the floor as it is for now, but eventually I'm going to change it. So I know some people don't like the look of torches. I think in some houses it looks cool, in others it doesn't. It really depends on the house. And actually I think we're going to make the floor out of wood. So I might as well do it before I start moving machines over. And when I start moving machines over, I'm also going to build my first couple of pipes, I think. Because pipes are really cool. And I'm also going to build my next machine, which is going to be a powered furnace. So I'm going to have... That's also one of the reasons why I want to build pipes, because I'll need my engine, my steam engine, to power all three of my machines. So I can turn all my ores into dust, and then turn the dust into bars completely automatically and without using a standard furnace, but using the powered furnace. And then I can make wood at the same time. Not, yeah. Missed a spot. And again. And just do like this. And I'll just make a pressure plate and put here. Perfect. Then I won't have to think about remembering to close the door. I will have one out here at some point, but it will look strange on grass, I think. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll do it. And I intend, I think, to have a torch-like thingy out here, which could look really nice. And that is my intention. I will try to make everything look cool and nice, while also showing you how the machines and stuff works. I know many channels I've watched, they do one thing or another. Make cool builds, or make some which looks really good, or they make some really nice sets up with machines, and I want to try to do both. There are channels out there that do both other than mine, I know, but think most channels do either one or the other. And I am in no way an expert of any of these things, or mods, or anything, but I hope that I'll be more of an expert once this series over, or at least close to over. I hope I got the chest. I did not. Nice. Oh. Opposite of nice. I got it this time. Just drop some of the wood here. And then I'll get some more iron. Because one thing I've realized is we are getting low on storage space. And I did not bring my... I moved my crafting table. So that's stupid. But anyway, I will move all my stuff over and I'll be back.